YogaBar might actually send us a legal notice after this because we launched a full Guerrilla campaign for them. Look, 550 bottles, 440 scans, zero permission and zero approvals. YogaBar, you have cracked the 0.6% indoor market, but the outdoor 99.4% gold mine, we have just cracked the code for you. This is Run for Fuel, where we prove that 550 bottles and pure Guerrilla hustle can outperform million rupee campaigns. What happens when you meet your customers where they actually are instead of where you think they should be? So who did we go rogue for? YogaBar. Founded by sisters Suhasini and Anandita back in 2014 when healthy bars in India were basically mythical creatures. These women spent 3 years just researching before launching their product. Their philosophy? Function plus flavor meets honest nutrition. No preservatives, no bullshit. They were so obsessed with feedback that Suhasini literally printed her personal phone number on early packs and took every customer call herself. And they are not small players. 68 crore revenue as per FY 2022 and 70% retention rate, which is insane for any FMCG brand. By Jan 2023, ITC acquired 40% stake for 175 crores. But here's their marketing DNA. Zero celebrity endorsements, zero mass campaigns. Suhasini's rule? There's no point raising awareness when availability is limited. Smart, but we spotted the gap. Their entire sampling strategy was indoors, yoga studios, gym tabs, and store demos. Meanwhile, their actual audience, that is urban professionals, fitness enthusiasts, and wellness-aware 22 to 38-year-olds, they're out there at 6 a.m. running Marine Drive, sweating at CrossFit, or playing weekend pickleball. YogaBar was reaching customers when they were thinking about it. We wanted to reach them when they're actually living it. That's where Run for Fuel came in. And the numbers we're about to show you, they are going to make you question everything about traditional sampling. Let's talk numbers because they tell a powerful story. India's fitness market is valued at over $6.5 billion and is growing fast. Within that, the fitness services segment, that is gyms, studios and classes, has around 6 million active users who annually spend roughly 30 to 35,000. That is $2.6 billion market right there. But here's what really stands out. India has more than 24,000 gyms, yet only 0.6% of the population, that is 10 million out of 1.4 billion people, actively go to the gym. So where are the other 99.4%? They are running on beaches, cycling in parks, doing yoga in the gardens and playing badminton on weekends. Most Indians get fit outside the gym, out in the open. Now let's look at India's nutrition bar opportunity. India's nutrition bar market was valued at $18.34 million in 2024 and is projected to reach $32.46 million by 2030, and that's a 10% annual growth rate. In this fast-growing category, YogaBar, backed with ITC's funding, is positioned to be a leader. Historically, YogaBar has focused its samplings and trials in gyms, yoga studios, and wellness centers, reaching the loyal, health-conscious 0.6% of the people who use organized fitness facilities. This approach has built a strong brand presence among gym goers and yoga enthusiasts. But traditional gym sampling only reaches a fraction of the market. On any given weekend morning, Marine Drive sees more than 10,000 runners, and that's just one location. Across every city, park, and running track, the scale of outdoor fitness is staggering. YogaBar has mastered the indoor market. The next big opportunity is outdoors, where 99.4% of the India's fitness movements happen every day. So here's the moment everything clicked. We're sitting there looking at this data, and it just hits us. YogaBar's perfect customers are literally running past their sampling touchpoints every single morning. 6 a.m., Marine Drive, and more than 10,000 plus runners, but zero brand touchpoints. And we thought, what if we just showed up? What if we stopped waiting for permission and started creating opportunities? What if instead of hoping they would find us, we found them? We called it Fuel for Run, and here's the genius behind it. Most brands wait for their customers to discover them. We thought of intercepting them at the moment of maximum need. Think about it. You are mid-run, heart is pumping and energy is depleting. That's when you need the fuel most, not when you're just casually browsing through a store shelf. The execution was beautifully simple. 550 custom YogaBar bottles with QR codes, and there were 3 different outcomes. Some will win a free YogaBar, lucky winners will get a hamper, but others will get better luck next time. But here's where our plan met reality. We weren't able to set up the kiosk because of permission issues and cost, and the tiny detail that we were doing this behind YogaBar's back. So we became the kiosk. Picture this, 6 a.m., Marine Drive, our team scattered across the place with bags full of YogaBars and bottles, literally running after people who were jogging. It was simple. You hand them a bottle, ask them to scan the QR code, and if they won, you give them a YogaBar. If not, you still generated a lead for the business. It wasn't just traditional sampling, it was instant live gratification. And we were there where people needed us the most. While YogaBar sits on a 175 crore ITC investment doing indoor sampling, we just cracked the outdoor code with pocket change and pure hustle. Sometimes the best strategy isn't a strategy at all. It just means showing up where your customers are and outperforming everyone else. But executing this, that's where things got real messy, but in the best way possible. Let's talk about budget first. This whole thing cost us what most brands blow on a single influencer's post. We're talking serious pocket change here. The QR strategy. So initially, we decided to give everyone a free yoga bar. But that's when reality smacked us. We did not have an infinite budget. After all, we were doing it from our own pockets. But you know what? Constraints forces creativity. We decided to come up with a plan. There were 550 bottles, but not everyone will get lucky. 100 will get free yoga bars, 5 lucky winners will get free hampers, and others will get better luck next time. But hey, at least they'll get free water. The QR codes became our bridge from real-world interactions to digital conversions. 3 separate landing pages, 3 different outcomes, all coded manually and stuck to bottles. Now here's where it gets scrappy. We had to DIY everything because there was no brand giving us their guidelines. So we came up with the strategy, distribution, timing, location, even the label design. So our creative head came up with an incredible label design and copy. Same template was used for all bottles, just the QR codes were different. Oh, and the professional kiosk banner that we prepared? Yeah, we just ended up holding it in our hands like some kind of a victory flag because we weren't able to set up anywhere. Alright, execution time. We did it across 2 weekends on Marine Drive at 6 am because that's when the real runners come out and not the Instagram joggers. We also took permission from police beforehand, told them we were not trying to sell anything or create a mess. We were just there to promote fitness and hydration, and surprisingly, they were very supportive. Day 1 was pure learning, where joggers cluster, peak times, and how to approach without disrupting flow. By day 2, we were a guerrilla machine. There was this one guy who won a hamper after scanning and literally called over his entire crew by yelling, "Bro, they're giving away free stuff." That's when we knew this works. And here's what blew our minds. People genuinely loved the yoga bars. The taste, the texture, and the energy boost, especially paired with our water. We were watching real-time brand validation happen. This wasn't just sampling, this was authentic product discovery at the exact moment when people needed fuel most. But enough about the process. Let me show you real numbers that made all this guerrilla hustle absolutely worth it. Because when we show you an 80% conversion rate through this process, everything changes about what you think about customer acquisition. Alright, time for the moment of truth. Here's our analytics dashboard, and these are all real numbers, not some fancy mock-up. There were 3 different QR codes with 3 different outcomes, all tracked live. Better luck next time hit 355 scans, free yoga bars got 81, and free hamper got 5 scans. So total 440 out of 550 bottles. That's an 80% conversion rate, which means 8 out of every 10 people who grabbed our bottle directly engaged with the brand. In marketing world, this is not just good, this is borderline magical. But here's where your mind should be blown. This was just one tiny test at Marine Drive. What if this actually got scaled? There are nearly 43,000 pickleball players, 2.6 lakh marathon runners, 3.9 lakhs fitness expo participants, totaling to roughly 30 lakhs outdoor fitness enthusiasts. Even if YogaBar tapped into just 1% of that community, that's 30,000 qualified leads. So YogaBar, if you are watching this and something tells me you will be, here's your moment. You have cracked the indoor sampling market, but the real game, it's outdoors. And we just cracked it with pocket change. The math is right there and the conversion rates are proven. Your target audience is literally passing through traditional sampling checkpoints every single morning, and we have just found a way to intercept them. So you've got 2 options here. Option 1, make Run for Fuel official. Let's turn this guerrilla experiment into a nationwide movement. Your honest nutrition meeting India's fitness obsession exactly where it happens. Or option 2, send us that legal notice. We'll frame it because honestly, either way works for us. And hey, if you are just another brand thinking, damn, we need this kind of hustle, you know where to find us. This has been Run for Fuel, where we showed 550 bottles and zero permission can outperform campaigns with $1 million budgets. Sometimes you don't need approvals to create impact. The question isn't whether this is gonna work, because we just showed you it did. The question is, what are you gonna do about it?